Yo, what's going on, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Sunday Xfinity Series here for the final time in Season 0. Last night, we had the MRL Season 0 Cup Series season finale at Homestead, and tonight we are doing it the same thing for Sunday. So, to kind of show you guys what's going on in terms of the Sunday championship. There is actually a couple things that we can actually kind of talk about right now. Of course, that is first and foremost has been one of the best title fights that we will have. That is going to be actually tomorrow with Monday. Tonight is UK's night. UK Wildcats, all he needs to do is really, well, he actually already did. He already put in a lap. He won the title. And all we need to see right now is who is going to be taking that final dip into the top five in combined standings. We already know four of those right now. And that is BS winning that title over there. We also have Kalen, baseball kid, and Blakey T all locking up their positions into Cup next season. All Tom Selling Dreams needs to do is show up tonight because he didn't put in a qualifying lap, and we will see if he can actually make it into the final five positions. So to kind of set the stage a little bit. Good 5 minutes until the lobby goes up. UK has put in a time over BS. He is going to be on pole with UK being in the title winner for the Sunday series. And of course, going into this race, he had a whopping 117 points over BS. So realistically, all UK had to do was put in a lap of some sort, and he would win the title by default because there unless 20 people show up, he was going to win the title regardless. So, with that being said, UK is our Sunday champion, but there's still a lot of positions to race for, namely that towards the midfield. I'm looking at P7 all the way down to like P13, 14. There's going to be a lot of drivers that are looking for points here. And of course, there's still points to be paid. There's still a race to be had. So, who will go out with Season 0 Sunday Xfinity with a bang? Of course, Hunty is the man with a plan right now. He's going to be racing right now, and he has won the past two races, both at Charlotte and the Roval. So can he go 3 for 3? Last night was a bit of a downswing for him in terms of Cup. Night 1 was, for him at least, a P4 finish, so just outside of the podium right there. So we will see how things kind of go on out for that. So yeah, like I said, there is going to be a lot of drivers looking to go end their season with a bang right now. Currently, Xander is back in the race, so he is looking. He is looking to end the season with a bang right now. I know we have a couple new drivers, mainly RJ Smitty as well as Humpy. So we're going to see how those two kind of go into the thick of it here. So that will be actually a big to do right there as well. How will the new guys handle it? So that is, I guess, what I'm looking at. But I want to ask you guys right now, everyone watching right now. Currently, I see three of y'all right now. So how do you guys feel? Who are you guys rooting on? Joining us later on tonight, or later on after this, we are going to be having Liam, that is Tansby Vegas, 6-9. Joining us is our in-race reporter, so we're going to see how that kind of shakes on out with his is very much confidence level rising. He is currently sitting third in points right now, solidly in P3, unless honestly, I don't. Unless BS like lags out of the race and he put in a lap, so he'll still get last place points. I don't think Liam will have a chance at P2 in the title, but P3 is definitely where he will stay. So we will see how that kind of shakes on out. I see four of y'all watching right now. Goose is watching right now saying Xander will win. Well, we will see because Hunty has been proving people wrong here in the Sunday series. So how can that kind of shake on out in terms of the the overall championship, like I said, we have a couple new guys joining us, so hopefully, hopefully we can actually see how that kind of shakes on out. But like I said, we have the returning guys trying to end their season with a bang. Having everyone, Goose, U.S. Track Enterprise will be racing with us tomorrow night. Glad that he could join us in the Saturday side of things. Not Saturday. Well, Saturday, yes, but also the Monday side. That's what I meant to say. But thank you guys coming on out. Greg wishing on Casey. That is XXIN2242's father in chat right now. So definitely making some noise for the town favorite right here. Of course, looks like to kind of add a little bit of strategy into it. Just I'm looking at the Discord right now. We have 9 drivers with more total on the way, and we do have a rule here in MRL that if we have 8 or less drivers, we won 25%. However, we have more than that. So we're running, looks like right now, a 50%er. But more people can join. And more people there are, the more fun people can have, as well as more positions to be gained or lost. So it's up to them, honestly, if they want to join or not. But that is up to them. So we have, so, so we have a lot of expectations going into this race. Who definitely can make up some places towards the latter part of the points, but to kind of go through the rest of the running order as we see them right now. We have UK and BS lining up in the front row. Liam with Xander P2. Brandon, B-Ray Racing, finishing 5th last night's in chat right now, saying, yo, yo, what's going on to you as well? Justin Shackett, Tom Selling Dreams would line up in row 3. And then Trump Train in D's, row 4. But D's will be back. I'm looking forward to his return because he has been messaging me saying that he is looking forward to his return. But yes, kind of going through the rest of the running order. After that, we have Paul and Casey, Energy and Hunty, T-Bird and Country Caliber, Jagger and Higgins, Daniel Fritz, Napa, Nuka, and then the new drivers of Humpy and RJ Smitty. So we're going to see how that works. But like I said, we will. I'm going to go mute for a hot second. I'm going to get into the party with our in-race reporter, and I will set up the lobby. So bear with me, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So with that being said, yes, we have looks like a 50% are on our hands tonight. I'm gonna get Liam into the party right now to make sure that we have our in-race reporter. So that is definitely going to be a big thing that we need right now. But yeah, please be patient with me. We are working on it right now. All right, there we go. So the invites are out. So yeah, we have a lot of potential um, for how things are going to work on out. Like I said, I am definitely excited to see who will make the most of it, and there he is right now. So there is Liam, our in-race reporter tonight. Liam, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Thank you so much for joining me up here. We have. I was just talking about how this is the season finale, of course, and there's a lot of hope and potential for some drivers to kind of swing their differences into the point standings as well. Liam, you are solidly in P3 in the standings right now. It's going to take a lot to dislodge BS from P2. So, what's your goal right now?
Honestly, like you said, it's going to take a lot here to get second from BS here. So I think my game plan here is just to come away with a top 3 points finish. I'm currently third, so I think if I can hold off Xander here, I'll call it a good season.
Well, of course, that is, if I recall correctly from your tweet that you had a little bit ago, you had a really, I guess, introspective look onto your season for how you have grown as a driver. So definitely, we love to see that here in MRL, and especially with season zero going into season one proper here come the new game. Definitely, do you want to share what your plans are? Because you are firmly in Cup next season. You had a very solid race last night. Are you looking to continue your career in lights, or are you looking to do both, or just focus on Cup? What's your plan?
Uh, Honestly, I haven't really put too much thought in it. Certainly, like you said, the treat I mentioned, as far as I'm aware, I don't know my plans with Von Poon racing for after tonight, but I'm thankful nonetheless for Brandon and BD and for allowing me to race for this team. Certainly, you've seen what BS is able to do. Who's my teammate in this? Certain, so I mean, certainly, I hate to say this when he's been more or less the number one driver on the team, and I've been the number two. But certainly, I've had my moments as well, and I'm grateful that I could be a part of the team and everything. But to answer your question, like I said, I haven't really thought too much of it. I enjoy racing here in MRL, and I'm certainly gonna pick one of the two, or maybe both. But like I said, I haven't really thought about it that much. I've kind of just been focusing on tonight, to be honest.
Well, there we go. Take it one step at a time. It is of course 9:13. So if I could have a couple more minutes, that'd be perfect. Good luck, guys. I'm gonna be unpausing the timer. Let me know when I can join. Of course, I am not going to leave the lobby just yet. Um, but yes, that is a big thing from Brandon saying you make a good Valtteri Bottas. Of course, Valtteri is fast in his own right, but I
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't say a number two driver. Of course, BS has indeed won the combined standings, and but if you look at your individual day standings, you are second and third, and the owners of Von Poon Racing, I'm sure, have to take notice of that. That although yes, sometimes the results you have gotten unlucky, and your lag has kind of sprouted. We're not going to sugarcoat it, but still though a P3 points finish, is indeed a nothing to scoff at. So definitely that is a big thing to do right there. So and it looks like we have a opportunity to join right now. Perfect.
Yeah, you're good to join. Hopefully, I'm a bit more talkative than last time here.
Oh
Last
no,
time I was a bit shy.
you're fine. But yeah, there is. there is a. I'll be looking to you for in advice here because we have 100 laps, only 34 shy
Yeah.
of what it was last night. Actually, looks like we have a little bit of issue with running order. Tom, it is in the.
Deer pattern?
So Liam, if I did my math correctly, the the Xfinity cars the are just a couple laps shy of what the Cup cars were. You had a fantastic race last night, finishing P7. Although that kind of was due to a bit of an opening lap mistake, as you call it yourself. But despite everything, though, we have. Well, I mean, you said you wanted to have a good finish here. As we look at 100 laps, what's your strategy here? Are you looking at a short pit, or you kind of want to go for a long run strategy?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was more or less preparing for the 25% or so. My strategies kind of changed from what I was originally planning before the lobby got set up. But certainly, I think now I think I just go on the fly, whatever happens, because you don't know when the caution's gonna come out or if there's even gonna be a caution. So.
Of course, with 100 laps, I mean, there is no guarantee of yellows here in MRL. We do run relaxed yellows, so as we go green here, the 54 has already clinched the Sunday title by just starting right now, and right now it's a battle for the rest of it. 51, just by starting this race, we know our total cup field for the night, so but there's still a race to go on right now, as turn 2 was the problem spot for some guys. I feel like the Xfinity cars are a lot more stable than the Cup cars. They just run naturally looser here. So the Xfinity cars are going to be a little bit tighter, so a little bit more stable going through turns 2 and turns 4. So you're going to see, I feel personally, a lot of drafting and a lot of this pack not really going anywhere. So. Speaking of not really going anywhere, the 98 starting on the outside has already established himself right behind the 54. The 11 trying to do the same. The 78, Liam, you are right behind with Hunty, currently 2 for 2 in his MRL Lights career, and looking for a third tonight. You have Casey right there and the one right above. Oh, but the 78 gets a little bit loose, so that will give the P4 position right there with the 10 of Justin Shackett right behind. Yeah, you can definitely see the differing lines that people are taking. You see the 11 running to the high side. You see the 98 running low. The 54 kind of doing a little bit of both right there, but that right there from the 11 shows the danger of running the high side, of getting really loose, especially on a base preset setup. Of course, I prefer to run like a 5 around here, honestly. But it all comes down to the difference in opinions and how aggressive you want to go. Obviously, more aggressive you go looser. If you want to be a little more conservative, you run tighter. Brandon
And
says,
that's probably
oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna add on to what you were saying there, and that's the thing about any racing game. You know, you got different approaches to every lap and every game. I mean, every track. Certainly, you know, especially here at Homestead. You know, you got people that prefer the high side, middle, and the bottom, and whenever they choose to lift, it's up to them. So certainly, it's that also plays into the strategy that we were talking about earlier.
Yes, and of course, what plays into the strategy is as what I was trying to hint on right there was when to pit. As you can see, people already starting to get loose. This is not even lap 5 yet. Actually, I think it is lap 5.
Lap 6.
Laps okay, lap 6. But still, people are already getting loose, and honestly, people I've been seeing in the chat right now, Brandon's saying 25 laps for fuel, so ideally you do want to split this race into quarters, 25, 50, 75, and then off to the races you go. But right now you're going to see probably I guess people maybe making a mandatory stop. He's like, hey, this thing's undrivable. We kind of saw that with Bush last night. He pit well before he wanted to. And because of that, he did lose a little bit of time. Still was able to make it in the necessary amount of stops and didn't have to stop an additional time. But you can see that sometimes handling does play into effect, and Homestead is one of those tracks that definitely plays into it.
Yeah, and certainly we also saw the same thing with him H as well last night. He decided to pull an alternate strategy and got a top 10 finish out of it. So.
And of course, unfortunately, I was running on 2 brain cells last night, but I caught on to the fact that he splits the second stint in half and was able to go and pit so early and still be able to make it on fuel. And that is because just with how many laps that 34 extra laps kind of allotted him that time in order to do so. He was on a beautiful strategy, but he did speed. So that is one thing that, of course, always bites people in the end is did you speed or did you not? So Brandon knows about that. But yeah, sometimes you can actually see that, sometimes a good strategy goes awry with that, but it looks like we have a 6-car breakaway right now with 2 cars right behind. That is Jagger and Liam right there. But again, that could be a strategy ploy right now. The one making a pass going to the podium positions. Of course, Casey being a part-time driver. All jokes aside, Brand, I'm just it was a running joke between yourself and the earlier season. You got better. 98 though, being freight trained on the bottom right now. That's not what you want to see, especially. Well, I guess he's running for fun at that point, but because he has nothing to lose. He's already won the combined standings. He's moving on to Cup next season. He's just going for a win. But the 1, though, definitely has some pace, and he's actually towing the 15 along with him. The 54 and the 11 are side by side. It looks like the 11 is going to get a bit of a run here in the center, but the 54 is going to have the momentum coming out. Yeah, you're right. We're going to go 3 for 3 in that regard. But looks like there is this top pack is beginning to battle, and one thing that you don't really see, actually you can kind of see it right there, is the more you battle, the more time you lose. So the 11 and the 54 are actually holding up the 1 right now. You may not really see it comparatively speaking, but that second pack was also battling. They kind of were gapped by the front 3 there for a hot second, but looks like they kind of figured it all out. This top 6 are really, really tight right now. The 11 just leading that lap right there, but that 54 still holding stout on the high side. You'll be able to make the pass though. Ooh, but he's blocking in order to take that position. Xander not gonna saying I had a involuntary week off, and I want to assert myself as Justin Shackett takes it 3 wide, and Hunty gets almost put into the wall. That was really close right there. But the 10 does make the pass. Now the 15 is in P6 right now, but meanwhile the 54 is going back on the 11 right now. Meanwhile the 98 is making it just in the catbird seat right now in P3, deciding which lane should I go with. Should I go with the top side or the bottom side? Right now it seems the bottom is a little bit better up until UK hit the apron. Never mind. Good talk.
Announcers drinking stuff.
Mm-hmm. The 10 making the move on the 98 right there, showing the nose to the bottom. 98 going to run the high side. This is actually a first for the 98. We actually don't know what kind of pace he's running up there, but it's enough to barely miss the wall. Oh my goodness, I don't think you could even go closer than that. We were on that perfect camera shot to see that was like running the wall in real life Homestead right there. But he was able to make it work. He is still on the outside. He's going to have the benefit of draft down the front stretch here. The 10 now being freight trained, but he's actually side drafting. And yes, there is side drafting in this game. People don't think it's real, but yes, side drafting is actually a thing. But yeah, he's actually going to side draft the 98. Oh, the door touch though. I think that I think the 10's going to try to go up high, but chops the nose of the 1. Mamma mia. These top 6 are... They're racing like it's the last lap right now. The 54 gets loose.
Yeah, what I'm doing, that's gonna wear out their tires more.
Yes, and
And
actually...
plus, all it's gonna take is for one of them to get loose off the exit, and we might... That's gonna take a few of them out.
Yes, and that's a very very good right there. Speaking of...
Okay, Jaggle.
Yep. Well, I mean, but sometimes that happens.
Well, were you watching him?
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
as you do.
Like you said, it's always gotta be when you're watching him.
Yeah, it's always it's always gotta see it. Oh, is that a? Oh no, that's just you lagging. My bad. I was on board with you. It kind of dropped like it was a caution, then you sped back up. I was like, oh, okay, that was just a
No,
that was.
fine.
All right, but yeah, right now the yeah, right now it looks like the
Looks
44.
like the 51 might have lost the top 5.
The 98 actually looks like. Okay, so right now the top 6 are actually all still in a line. The 98
my
though
bad.
is on the last, is the caboose on this train. He is in danger of losing the draft. I don't think he's quite lost it yet. He's on the cusp of losing it though. He still has Hunty's draft though. But as the tires are wearing, the cars are really not agreeing with the kind of line that you want to take right there. But you can see that, ooh, the 1 and 9, the 10 get really acquainted with each other's quarter panels right there. So yeah, that's going to bring the 98 right back into it. It's right there. So yeah, the 98 is now safe. So Liam, how does the car feel right now, bud?
Honestly, feels pretty stable. I mean, it's a bit loose on the center. Exit, it's kind of whatever line I use determines how it wants to react. But other than that, if I had to give it like a rating out of 100, I'd probably say about a 60 or so at the moment.
Okay. Well, definitely. Are you looking? So you said that you're loose in the center of the turn. That you're loose in the center of the turn. So definitely, it sounds like you're going to be making some. Not saying huge adjustments, but definitely some adjustments from your base preset here. So we're going to see. Oh, Piper. Piper saying your car looks ugly. But yeah. But no, yeah, it looks like we're going to be making some adjustments here. Any estimations on when we're going to see some pit stops?
For that front pack, I'll probably say here in about 4 more laps or so. I think if you're one of the 3, me or the 2 behind me, I see us probably running this another 7 laps here.
Oh, is that going to play into how much you can actually... What lap are we on right now? I guess I should ask that.
22.
22, okay. So yeah, like I said, ooh, the 1 bounces off the wall right there. That's going to be a position for the 98 right there. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, ideally you want to pit like every 25 laps or so, but you know, some people go long, some people go short, and it looks like that's going to be Liam's strategy here in the 78 to go long. Same thing with 51. So we'll see if it plays out, especially if we catch a caution at the right time. We haven't quite seen it yet in any of the series, but a person going long and then a caution coming out. We haven't seen it yet, but oh, imagine that. But yeah, it looks like this top 6 is not going anywhere. Very much a pack sort of racing. Everyone very... Oh! As I say that, the 10 gets loose and bounces off the 1. That is going to be the 10 out of this pack, so the 6-car pack goes to 5. So Justin Shaka is now going to be, looks like racing for P5, or P6 at best right now, unless a caution comes on out or mistakes happen on pit road. Of course, like I said, we're looking at a 3-stopper of a race, so we're going to see how things kind of turn on out. like I said, though, we saw a bit of a mixed bag of strategy last night. Of course, everyone was taking 4-tire stops into the last stop. Some people pit early, some people pit late. Liam, if I do recall, you were on a 2-tire stop strategy on your last stop. Are you trying to do the same this time?
Honestly, I don't get me wrong, it would be forward at the moment, but I think with the way I'm pushing the call, I don't think that's gonna happen here.
Aha. Well, like I said, anything can happen. We can never predict where everyone's going to finish until the checkered flag waves.
And by the way, the 51's on pit lane.
The 51 stopping early, so right at the mark. Like I said, the 51 really nothing to lose. He's already in the Cup Series for next season.
Oh, that's
so.
fun.
78 with technical difficulties.
Yep. Shittle, it's working, just apparently unscrewed itself. So,
wow.
What happened? I think we're gonna see a car bush here. We're
Oh,
gonna go the rest
well,
of the
there's
race
a lot of people pitting.
Yeah, all the leaders.
Oh yeah, everyone decided to come on down. I think as soon as they saw one person pit, and Xander gained a lot of time on the 54. That's just how aggressive he got into pit road. I do actually want to see if anyone got a pit road speeding penalty. That is going to be the big question. Looks like Jagger was already on pit road when that happened. So we're going to see how, like I said, if anyone got a pit road speeding penalty out of that, because that entire top 6 has all came down at the same time. Looks like the 54 is down and away. The 11 sped. Well, there goes Xander. So right now the 54 is going to come out of the pits with the 1 in P2, BS in P3, and Hunty in P4, with Justin Shackett in right behind. So I guess that would make sense on why and how Xander gained so much time, because he sped on pit road. Oh no, you don't want to do that, bud. But so now that 5-car pack goes to 4. UK in the lead right now, like I said, followed by the 1, the 98 into 15. But UK actually, I don't know why, but it looks like he came off of 4 and must have got tight and actually tank slapped the wall a little bit, lost a little bit of time. So we're going to see what the 54 can do on 4 fresh tires. Right now he is right out of the draft, but right now this race is definitely still anyone's right now. The one, though, is you're going to see the most competitive field right now, especially as the field is now starting to spread on out. Who will have the fastest car? The 98 definitely showing what he can do right now. Getting into the draft of the 1, going to show the nose.
I was talking about the shifter there.
Oh, hang on. Let's go on board with the 78. You got it fixed?
Yep. Got it in 15 seconds there.
Oh, there you go. Don't spin out, bud.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or not. Just trying to make sure it's all good.
All right, there you go.
Shared a little too much speed on the exit.
All right, well, yep, I'll let you focus for a little bit. But yeah, definitely keep it up. Of course, the race is far from over. I do believe you're still in front of Jagger. Is that correct?
No.
Oh, really?
I spun out when the shifter came off.
All right, well, definitely still 70 laps to go, so that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so looks like the 1 is still in P2, kind of holding his own right now. Looks like the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are all kind of trying to get into a line to see what they can do to that 54, who is all by his lonesome. The 10, though, in the background has indeed lost this pack, so that's just going to be, and with the Xfinity cars at least, a little bit lower horsepower, and you can see that is very much draft dependent. Unfortunately, unless a caution comes on out, it looks like he's going to be out of the running for the win. However, should a caution come on out, anything can happen. So it looks like the 15 is going to show the nose to the 1. The 98, again, going to be in the catbird seat to see who to go with, top or bottom. Looks like his primary line has been the bottom, Meanwhile, the 15 has been all over the map. The 1 prefers to be up top, but the 15 goes wherever cars are not. And sometimes that's what takes the winner of the race to just go wherever anyone is not. So the 1, though, losing the spot to the 15. The 98 was trying to get down low, but backed out of it. Very wise of him. You didn't want to get pinched to the apron just for a P3 spot so early into this race. Well, let's kind of check on in with Xander here. Where is he at right now? So, okay, so he's
Xander
not
is
as
P6.
Yes, he is P6. So as the rest of the field is in the middle of turn 1 into right now, he is now crossing the line. So he is indeed lost a quarter of a track to the field. So that is very rough on him right there. But you know, sometimes that's just how. Oh wait, hang on, hold up. Did I lie right there? Yes, I did. Okay, he is half a track behind. I am sorry. I'm full of BS. Ha, jokes. Ooh, the 1 just absolutely threw it on in there, and the 98's going to capitalize, gaining 2 spots for the price of 1. Oh my goodness, I don't know if the 1 just lost patience with the 15 and just kind of sent it into turn 1 right there, but the 98, like I said, was in the capper seat and just gassed it in the middle of the turn. Masterclass of a move to take P2. Meanwhile, the 54 is loving the change for positions left and right. The 54 has actually extended the gap right now. For what was probably less than a second is now easily a second and a half, maybe even 2 seconds right now. So definitely the 54 is marching away with this lead. It's now going to be down to the 98 and the 15, as the 1 is being slightly left in the dust right now in P4 to start making some hay on that 54. Checking on in with the 51 though. He's in P7 right now, running the top side around the Homestead. Getting the Homestead stripe to go along with it. But he is, like I said, in the Cup Series field for next week, so he's pretty much chillaxed right now. He is rocking and rolling pretty smooth, so that is...
Yeah, and he's only about 5 seconds back from Xander, so you never know. He might be trying to gain what he can here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, right now, if I'm on board with... I'm going to be going on board with Xander. He is indeed catching you, it looks like. He is actually right behind you right now.
Yeah, I had a bit of a moment off of full, not full, 2 there.
Gotcha. So let's go on board with his lap and see if we can gain some insight right now. So I'd like to get back up, and Liam just not having some a good car, a lot of technical issues. But yeah, getting off of the corner, he hits the apron though. But yeah, it looks like the 11 is really pushing it right now, so he's definitely not saving any fuel, any tires right now. He is going hard in order to try to make up the time that he lost. But of course, sometimes that's what it is. Oh, hang on 1 second. BS lag warning number 1. So looks like the 98 actually had a bit of a moment getting into the back of the 15. That's why the 15 is now in the that's why the 15 is now under fire from the 1. The 98 kind of lagged on back and got the 15. So that is the first lag warning for the 98 right now. Of course, you know, we have a 3-strike rule. 3 strikes you're out. So he has 2 more. So yeah, we have a lot of racing left to do, and I don't anticipate that he will have another one. That was the first time I saw him lag right there. But yeah, everyone watching this race right now, what do you guys think so far? Liam, what lap are we on right now?
40.
Is that for you or for the leaders?
Oh, no. 41 for the leaders, coming to 42.
Gotcha. So we are just coming to 69 laps to go. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, make some noise. Who are you rooting for right now? Who has impressed you the most? Honestly, for me, it's been the 98. He showed a lot of patience, especially with that move down in 1 and 2. I think the 98 is definitely showing that he has developed his skills. Of course, in the beginning of the season, I remember he was so down on himself the entire beginning part of the season. Oh, saying, "Oh, I'll just finish last," and here he is, going out and on the cusp of winning races, and has indeed won a title because of his consistency. So I think the 98 definitely has my driver of the day vote so far. Of course, there's still a lot of racing left, but yeah, that move, taking two for the price of one right there, was a masterclass in knowledge on how the track works as well as what the capabilities of the car can do. And actually, I'm seeing either the 54 is having a moment or the 98 is actually closing on in. And I think it's actually the latter. The 98 is indeed actually making up a little bit of ground to the 54 right now.
Yeah, and we shouldn't be surprised by that. I mean, BS is usually one of those to try some strategy out, and I mean, we saw him almost make it on Fear and all that at Donington just a few weeks ago. So certainly he knows how to save, and maybe he's saving a bit more tire than the 54.
Yes, right now, but I think the all-time fastest guy out on track right now is indeed that 15. The 15, I feel like he's kind of similar to Packers in a way. And for anyone watching right now, Packers is a Cup driver, races in the number 6 machine. He is very much one of the long run guys. The longer the race, the longer the run, the better, because that's when he thrives. See Las Vegas and Kentucky. Won both of those races. And because both of those races were, apart from Kentucky, Kentucky had one caution, but Vegas was caution free. So that's what Hunty kind of reminds me of. He just gets better and better as the run goes on. But however, in every long run, there's a short run. And I think the 54 has the best short run. The 98 has, I feel like, the best overall stable car, but the 15 has the fastest. So we have a mixed bag of up here, and I feel like that's one of the best things about the booth is you can see all of it, because you know when you're a driver you can only see so much. Like if I'm the one right now, I'm only seeing the if I'm the one, I'm only seeing what the 15 is doing, and not really what the 98 and the 54. I'm just seeing the distance between those. But yes, I think that is what we have right now, as the 44 is now getting laps. That is Jagger, as Liam is having another moment right there. You okay there, boss?
No, Tone 4 is my Achilles heel.
Gotcha. But the 44 is down another lap, or down a lap right there. Going to be actually getting a tow from the 54 right there. So we actually kind of saw that last night with the lap cars, kind of just holding on to the leaders. So that's what Shackett did with Cyber last night, as well as Piper did with Kalen. So it's not actually unheard of to go with this here. The 44 trying to get a tow from the 54 to kind of tow him around the track. As I'm seeing, it looks like the one has indeed lost the overall field, the top guys right now, and is now down to the 98 and the 15 to kind of close it on in on the leaders. But that can actually be gained by how aggressive you get on the pit road. But you saw, as you can see with the 11 of Xander, on where he is right now, as anyway, so
Don't mind me, the shifter came off again.
That's fine. I went on you there for a hot second. I'm just like, I'm not even going to question it. So, yeah.
Try to find reverse.
But yeah, the 11 though got nipped for speeding. So yes, there is time to be gained on getting on the pit road, but you break that boundary, you break that line, and you're losing 15 seconds. So it's a big to do right there. That's now the 98 and the 98 and the 15 have now caught the 44. The 98 definitely looking to take it low here. Ooh, Jagger kind of running the middle right there, but does indeed get out of the way and actually let them pass. So good on Jagger right there. Jagger actually pitting this time, so we're going to see some strategy right there. Piper saying they look like they could be doing better than me, but as Piper actually said, it's actually very important to know that all of his competition the entire night was actually within 2 seconds of him each time. Yes, Piper was actually racing among the most competitive side of the field, as the 98 is going to be going down pit lane this time. Looks like the 54 and the 15 are going to be...
the one is going to follow as well.
Yes, the one is going to follow as well. So we're going to see a bit of an undercut here. And there is a strategy in the undercut here. We're going to make sure the BS did indeed... Yep, he hit his marks perfectly. Maybe even a little bit too conservative, but he did not speed, and that's the important part. So the one, though, going to follow
Yeah, but you
him
gotta
down.
figure, though. I mean, they kind of just saw Xano get a speeding penalty, so you gotta figure maybe that changes how they approach the speed line.
Yes, and actually, right now, as we saw with the undercut, the 54 and the 15 are going to respond and come down this time. The 54 being super aggressive down the pit lane, but I think he made it right there. The 15 being even more so aggressive on the pit lane right there. He's the kind of guy that would say if he sped or not, and I'm not hearing anything right now. So, that was close if it did, but. Baseball Kid saying that he's going to be using a wheel tomorrow, so we're going to be looking out for Baseball Kid to make some hay at Homestead. Currently, as I'm hearing, we are going to have a full field tomorrow, so most likely we're going to end the season 0 with 2 50%ers tonight, or this week.
Yeah, certainly, you don't mind me doing this here. Let her know what the Southfield Baseball Kid, the whale is a lot more overcorrecting than what you would imagine, at least with the way I'm driving it, so watch out for that tomorrow.
Well, there you go, words of advice from a person who's actually in the race right now. And actually, what I'm seeing is that BS, but he lost a little bit of time by scraping that wall right there. Did gain a little bit of time to the 54, and if he can hit his marks perfectly, he can actually get the draft to the 54 right here, right now, but it's going to be really, really close. One thing I definitely noticed that the 15 on the exit of the access road gassed it up just a little bit sooner than the 54 was able to close it on in. So there's a lot of time that can be gained all across pit road, whether it be the entry or the exit. People really, really forget that you can gain time on the exit of pit road as well. How well you shift through the gears, when you gas it up, when you full on go. It's going to be a difference of in driving styles compared to how we see it tonight. Of course, Sunday drivers paved the way for Monday. There's a lot of Monday drivers right now. Currently, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and I know Nathan was here a little bit ago. 5 Monday drivers just watching Sunday alone, so they have knowledge about what's going on. Right now, the 54, though, still the leader. However, his lead is anything but secure, as the 98 and the 15 are right behind him right there. So one mistake, one getting loose, and one moment of looseness, I should say, and that lead is gone. In fact, actually, it's been a while since we had a lap update. Liam, what lap is it?
I think coming to 57, 53 plus 4.
Well, what lap are you on right now?
53, 4 laps down.
So yeah, he's on 57 going to 58. So we are coming to 43 to go. So yeah, 43 to go right now, as I see that the 11 has made the pass on Justin Shackett, so that is for P5, as Liam, as Xander says hi right there. But
like I said, it's a lot of overcorrecting. And
hang on.
You get it right or you get it wrong.
Oh, 1 second. I'm being summoned to the Discord. I'll be right back, guys.
God, I know Brandon's watching too. Not the way I wanted to go out, but we ain't gonna quit. Never know what can happen. We can get full laps back. As who is that? I think Xander's out of fuel because he's using the access road. Either that or Xander's playing. No,
So
he was on the access road and bringing full, but he didn't fit there.
So what
So I don't know
happened
what's up with
is,
Xander,
I don't know if he was just goofing around or what, but he got a major loose moment coming off the 2, and then backed it on up. So to just avoid the oncoming traffic, he just took the access road in 3 and 4. But yeah, this is just not Xander's day. Very weird to say, considering that he won in dominating fashion last night. But in Xander fashion, though, when you have a bad day, it just compounds it. So usually when one mistake occurs, there's another one that's right around, and that's just, I've seen it in Cup as well as in Xfinity. Sometimes it just takes. There goes. Oh, that's gonna be a caution.
Yeah, my apologies there. I was trying to let the lap cost go and hit the apron there. That's my bad.
Oh, we have a yellow, so no, I saw some Arca brakes from Jagger right there, so that's what I saw.
It didn't help that I was mid spin too. I was trying.
No,
to
you were getting out of the way. You were getting out of the way, so there's nothing to fault you for right there. But this is going to change the strategy. So this is.
This also puts Xander back up there, which I know those guys didn't want. And
yeah,
like I said, I'm sorry about that.
That's going to put Xander straight back into it. But no, so yeah, what happened right there is, for everyone watching, looks like Liam was getting out of the way. The apron is deadly, so there's nothing that can be faulted right there. However, looks like the 44 had a little bit of Arca brakes and aimed, I think, for it. But it looks like the 11 is actually going to be back on the lead, or he was on the lead lap, and will be back in the running for this. So sometimes you get. There is a saying in racing, you'd rather be lucky than good, but everyone needs a little bit of luck. So there goes the 54 for it. That also brings the 10 back into it as well, and the 10 did show speed on the short run. However, as you can see, that top side is rolling right now. So the 15, as I was saying, the 98 as well, the 11, ooh, but it's getting tight right now. As we come off of 4, the 98 is definitely showing what he can do, but he will have the draft and will try to clear the 1 before turn 1, but that won't be a thing, as the 1 will dive it on down to turn 1 and gas it up a little bit, and the 98 will get the momentum coming off of 2. As long as he doesn't get loose. Oh, but he hits the wall and actually will choke up the 11 of Xander right there. That was close. Meanwhile, the 54 and the 15 are loving it. And they are. I was thinking that too, but I did not want to get. I did not want to get a copyright strike just in case Edward McDonald's rep is just like. But yeah, it looks like the 98 finally does get the pass down with the help of the 11 right there. The 1 though is going to settle for P5. Justin Shackett down to P10 or P6. Though it looks like the still not out of the draft yet. The 98 is going to get closer and closer to that 15. But if I'm the 15, I am pushing the ever-loving God out of the 54. Try to get him away from this lead draft. And so instead of worrying about 6 drivers, you're just worrying about 2. So right now, it's going to be on the 98 and the 11 to also do that same thing.
Jagger's taking the J wide, by the way. As he hits the 1 up the track, the 10's going to take advantage of it and do that 2-for-1 special.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the 54.
I don't know if the 10 got loose there when.
I think the 10, I didn't think quite was clear because you actually can see that.
I really couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Just from my perspective, it looks like the 10 tried to clear, but he was just a quarter panel short, and no one got into the wall or anything like that, but the 51. 54, 51 and the 44 right there. But yeah, it looks like yeah, the 51's letting the 44 go, so that was not intentional by any means. So
I was gonna say, it looked like the 54 got loose up ahead.
Yes. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead has tightened up yet again. The top four are now within striking distance of each other. You can see the differing lines that the 15 and the 11 are taking right there. 15 is going in a fast and slow out approach. Meanwhile, the 11 is doing the opposite. Or sorry, reverse it. The 11 is diving on into the corner, but the 15 is kind of backing it up in the entry, and you can actually see that the 15 is a little bit faster in the draft. That could be how you want to do it while in the lead, but sometimes in the draft it kind of alternates how you take your line as the 11 looks down low. The 15 trying to get the draft and will on the 54, so that will clear him yet again. But yeah, you can see that the fight is anywhere near done as a 98 is also within striking distance of this lead right here. Baseball Kid's asking how many laps. I don't know, Liam. What lap is it right now?
72. Oh, lap 72. Yeah.
And how many down are you?
5.
5. So
and that is for the leader.
77. Yeah, 77.
Well, I can't do math then.
So 77 going on 78. Gotcha.
Wait, hold up. If I'm 5 down, how does that make sense, Patton?
You're on 72, right? Lap 72?
No, I'm on 67 because I was trying to do the
math.
math.
Oh, well, never mind. Okay, well, sorry. Before that, we were going
to help you out there.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway. So the 11 trying to take the high side here, trying to get the momentum off and use that high side momentum to try to go for a move here in the turn 3. He's going to have a massive draft, and there is an opportunity to dive it on down low, but he's actually going to decide to keep it up high to try to aim for a turn 1 approach. It seems like turn 1 and 2 is actually his better set of corners than 3 and 4. Keep in mind, everyone does have to make one more stop at some point throughout this run. So at this point, do you take 2 or do you take 4? I still think the answer is always 4.
I think it honestly just depends on what your tires look like. I mean, that was one of my main questions on my last pit stop last night was which do I take 4 or 2? And I was trying to just save enough to where I knew I could make it on 2. So I think it all depends on how you save them.
Oh, the 15 made it a beautiful pass, but the 54 did a masterful crossover. He actually choked up the center of the corner to let the 15 pass, but gassed it up just a little bit sooner and was able to get the crossover move on the 15. And now the 15, because of that, drops all the way to P4. So the 54 takes the lead yet again. The 11 now looking for that top spot yet again. The 98 now in P3 looking yet again to see who to go with, the top or the bottom. He's forced to go to the bottom as the 15 fills the hole on the top. But you can see that the 98 gassed it up a little bit sooner. He's going to try to clear the 15, but he's still there. So he has to kind of back on off right there. The 98 not quite clear on the 11. I'm hearing that the 54 or 51 will be leaving here soon, so that will be
yeah, and that's a shame. He's the 7th right now, battering Jago for that spot as the 1's down pit lane.
Ooh, as the 1. Interesting strategy.
It is inside the fuel window, so.
It is. Yeah, exactly. So he maybe saw what happened last night with MH and is deciding, you know what, I'm gonna try it. You know, I mean, if he was not in that top 4, you know, you gotta roll the dice, you know, and just see where everything kind of lands. You know, yeah, sometimes you make it lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, and certainly that's gonna give him the advantage before the rest of these guys pit. So you never know. Maybe trying to make time up now compared to later when maybe all of them are going to pit at once and race one another in that time frame.
Yeah, so who knows? It could be the winning move. It could be something else as the 11. I don't think that was a move to go down pit lane. I think that was just him getting loose. But I think you're going to see the 15 kind of choke on up just in case it is actually a move to pit lane. And no, it isn't. It was just him getting loose. But a little bit of contact as the 54 and the 11 are still side by side. The 11 leading that lap. But we're going to see how and when these guys pull the trigger. I feel like I don't think I'd be comfortable with making the first move, because as soon as you are the first one down pit lane, you're no longer in control. You have the you put the fate of the race in the strategy that you have laid down for yourself.
Yeah, the one's made his bed. The one has made his bed. I mean, granted, we don't know if he took 2, if he took 4, but the one
4.
has made his bed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he took 4.
So the one's made his bed. Now, what he's probably hoping here is those guys take 2, so that way he can gain that time along with them battling right now.
Yes, and right now these guys are still side by side. The 11 on the top side, the 54 on the bottom now, so a little bit of a role reversal here. Meanwhile, the 15 deciding to go with the 54, but the top side does have the momentum, and the 11 will now be leading the single file line with the 54 right behind the 15 and the 98, just kind of sitting and waiting. And now, if I'm the 98, if there's anyone that should make the move early, it should be the 98. With how close these guys are, I feel like the 98 should be the first one to kind of pull the trigger.
Yeah, and certainly, like I said earlier in the race, BS is one of those to try something different. I mean, like I said, we saw it at Darlington. I mean, so he's definitely one to try something. But if I honestly had to pick one of those people up there to come down and try and maybe counter move what the one just did, my bet's on Xander.
Oh, Xander, really? I think.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Xander tried going over Darlington without. Essentially tried to do what BS did. He fell a bit short, and certainly, Xander's inside Xander's note, he's let a few get away from him. So maybe he'll learn from his lessons here. But only time will tell.
Yes.
Still a long race to go.
Of course, for anyone that isn't aware about what Liam is talking about, BS in the 98 at Darlington, which was 4 races ago at this point. They have BS tried to pull a no-stop strategy. It was a 25% race, and he tried to go the entire race on one set of tires and 1 tank of fuel. So, he almost made it work. He ended up finishing P4 that day, so just outside the podium places. But he did go the entire distance, but it was not the winning strategy. The winning strategy was actually 2 tires. I don't think we're going to see that here, as the 15 dives it on down low to challenge the 11 for the lead. The 11 charges the beginning of the corner, but the 15 has the center and exit speed. But the 11 will get kind of garner momentum, and it would be a side-by-side photo finish, but the 15 will lead that lap. And now that's going to allow the 54 and the 98 to kind of close on up here. A bit of a role reversal here, actually, for the 54. He was actually the one battling for the lead at this point, but now he's actually in the capper seat in P3. Now, the 98 is getting really loose. Kind of what I'm talking about. I feel like that crossover point, it was like, okay, you know what? We got to try something here. But as soon as Liam, as like one person pulls the trigger, the rest of them are coming on down.
Yeah, and certainly, considering I pitted on the same lap of them that caution came out, right now they should still have about 7 laps of fuel, so I expect to see them here soon as the 51 comes down pit lane. But I certainly say watch you on about 5 or so laps.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to... Of course, this is the money stop now. You do not want to make a mistake, so... Looking at the 11, when I say that, the 98, hits the wall and grinds across it. That may have taken him out of contention. He needs to push super, super hard to make sure he does not lose that draft, but that could have been a race-ending mistake right there. Oh, that's not what you wanted to see. In fact, actually, he's going to take that as the opportunity to come on down pit lane. I feel like that was the last straw, so with him grinding along the wall right there out of 4, it's like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm pitting this time. And a 98, gonna be super aggressive going to pit lane right there. Oh, he misses pit road! Oh no! BS misses pit lane! Oh my goodness! Oh no! And because of that, no one else is gonna respond and pit down this time, so oh no!
Yeah, certainly not the thing you want to happen.
Oh, yeah, exactly not what you want to see. So, right now the strategies in the 11, the 54, as you see Justin Shack down in pit lane right now. The 11, the 15, and the 54. Unless there's a caution, maybe unless there's the one, I can't really tell where the one is going to lay out in terms of all this. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm looking at the top three. It's going to be one of these three right here. But the 98 comes on down this time with the 44. That's got to be heartbreaking for BS. But of course, in the grand scheme of things, this is not going to decide his championship. He still has won the combined standings. For anyone that isn't aware, the combined standings is essentially the Xfinity Series, the entirety of the Xfinity Series, as the entire top three are not going to come on down pit lane. Who's going to be the one mistake free? Who's going to be the one that's going to be on the razor's edge of speed here, but also making sure you don't speed. The 11's super aggressive going in the pit lane. I don't know if that was a speeding penalty. I'm going to be on board with the 54 here to see who sped and who didn't. So that will be the big thing here. We're going to be looking for the one, though, in all of this and see where he comes on out. There goes the 98 and the one. The one is going to be... Ooh, the one's behind the 98 still. So that's odd. I wonder if the one sped. Alright, but yeah, we're going to be on board with the 54. The 15 and 11 taking 2 tires. The 54 taking 4. Liam, what lap is it?
Currently inside 10 to go.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay. So that was... Oh, I think UK may have shot himself in the foot right there. If it's under 10 to go, I feel like there should have been no reason to not take 2 tires. Oh, that's heartbreaking, though. We're going to be on board with the 11 here to see where the 15 is. The 15 has a decent gap to gain on the 11 right now. The 11, though, gonna be really, really loose. It's gonna feel all right for the first couple laps on 2 tires, but that thing is gonna start feeling really bad. So if we're another 10 to go, that's spicy. I feel like taking 4 is definitely not the strategy call. I definitely don't think so.
Yeah, I'll certainly agree with you, but then again, we also don't know how his tires were looking.
Yeah, maybe UK's tires were not going to make it if he took 2. So, who knows? It could have been. That's a question for the post-race interview. Should he finish on the podium? In terms of speaking on the podium, looks like Justin Shackett actually makes the move and makes the move for P4 as the 1. Where's he at right there? The 1 is going to be still behind. So it looks like the strategy call for pitting as soon as the window opened did not work out for the 1, so that's knowledge in his bank for Monday right there. But the 11, though, kind of holding steady on the 54 or on the 15, so excellent work from these guys to really keep it on up. There's Liam right there with the 98 who I think is trying to gain some ground on the 10, unless that is not for a position that I'm aware of, but the 10 just came. I think the 10 is actually for a position.
I honestly cannot tell you at the moment.
I would assume so, at least. But the 15, I think maybe this is why the two tires weren't working. The 15 got major loose uh, on entry of 3 of all places. And the 54 is actually rocketing towards the 15 right now. I don't think with the amount of laps left he'll be able to catch him, but there is actual major speed difference. So yeah, we'll have to see. Um, Liam, how many laps left?
Coming. I think inside 5 to go.
Inside
So I
5
think
again.
they'll coming the full.
All right. Well, Xander is going to be taking that lap right there. The 15, not even within the visual that we were on right there. Kind of tiptoeing around here, but that's really all he needs to do, as he is indeed trying to make up for lost time. He was out of this race at one point, but a lucky yellow put him right back in right before he was about to get lapped. So. Sometimes, like I said, you got to have a little luck on your side. But this will be a bring out the broom moment, as he did win last night and is looking to finish in the top spot tonight. However, though, I do believe with 3 to go, maybe even 2 at this point, the 11 though getting a little bit loose, so the tires are definitely not
3 to go.
3 to go. Okay, so yeah, 3 to go. Coming to 2 right now. That the tires on the 11 are definitely not agreeing with him, and the 54 is closing in, but he has to go through the 15 before even thinking about the 11. And with 2 to go, I mean, I feel like it's just a little too late. Now, if it was like 15 to go when they pit, then that would have been a much more interesting strategy in terms of like taking 2 as opposed to 4. I just feel like it was just too few of laps to make up and use those 4 tires effectively. 51 is still rolling right now, so despite him saying that he was about to leave, he is still on track right now. White flag one more time around. The 54, I think, will run out of time and won't even be able to catch the 15 unless something major happens. The 11 just tiptoeing around the corners right now, trying to just keep it steady, keep it straight as we go through 3 and 4 for the final time in this 50% of a race. The 11 will come around and take the checkered flag. Good race from him right there. The 15 will take P2, 54 P3, and of course, in typical UK fashion, he shifts through the gears in order to make it happen. The 10 P4, BS P5. I'm assuming Casey, yep, Casey P6.
Yep.
It would be Jagger P7 and Tom Stone Dreams P8 with you P9, Liam?
Yep.
Gotcha. We'll let them know that right now. Hey guys, good race. If I could have a picture of the full results, that'd be perfect. I have the top 3 as Xander, Hunty, and UK. Is that correct? All right, I will invite you guys up here for the lobby for post-race interviews, and we'll see you up here.
And you will correct, by the way, the 10 in the 98 Wolfville position.
It was okay. So yeah, it's unfortunate right there that the 98 missed pit lane, but you know sometimes that's racing.
Yeah.
With Hunty getting a 32.106, very close in times for the top 4 right there, all with being within a tenth of each other. So very close racing all around. But we will. But yeah, of course, like I said, that is racing. But yeah, we're gonna get these guys up here for post-race interviews. So Liam, I'd like to thank you for being our in-race reporter.
Yeah, certainly no problem. Certainly, if I certainly come next season, I would like the chance again. I want to thank you for, of course, hosting this league. I mean, it's been fun, and I'm looking forward to its future.
Oh, of course. Well, thank you again for being a part of it, and I'll catch you in the next one, there, bud. Hopefully, we'll see you in the for fun season.
Yep. All right.
All right,
I'll see you later.
all right. Have a good one. Have a good one.
Yep. You too, and everyone watching.
All right, so there's Xander. So, like I said, let's go through the full results one more time, just to make sure I had it all correct. I felt like I had it at least, but yeah, that was so Xander taking the win with Hunty P2, UK P3, Justin Shackett, Rebound P4, BS P5, Casey XX9 2242 and P6, Jagger P7, Tom Selling Dreams for P8, and ninth is Liam. Let's. I'm actually gonna save UK for last because of the obvious overall championship implications. So, Hunty, we're gonna start with you. It looked like in the beginning part of the run, you were kind of bogged down between your other competitors there, but the long runs definitely suited you. Um, what what was the deciding factor for you going into that final run? What made you decide that two tires was the call or not the call?
Uh, on that restart, I just seen we were like around 8 laps short or something around there. So I was like, I think I'm going with 2 tires
And
because
because of
it was
that,
like 31 of like 40 or something like that.
gotcha. And that's actually what I was anticipating as well. Especially considering that UK was gaining ground on you, but he just was not enough laps to even get within side by side distance of you. They're even throw it down and Hail Mary and pray to see we don't wreck distance. But yeah, you had solid pace all across the board there. Just uh, I mean, how would you say in your words?
I mean, you just gotta be with the group, honestly. Like, I just wasn't with the group last night, so they just got pulling away from me. It's basically what it was.
Well, like I said, you definitely showed speed tonight. Of course, leading I had the fastest lap is what I saw before we left out of the lobby. So you definitely
PB.
showed. Yeah, there you go. I'm very much excited to see what you will be doing next season. I wanted to ask though, will you be joining us in the for fun season before going into the new game proper?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Well, Hunty, I'm glad that you decided to race with us here. It's always a pleasure having you. Going three for three in your Xfinity starts, a first, and a
Don't
second.
lie
That's
to him.
Sorry about your first and second again, UK.
Do it.
but yes, excellent job. Looking forward to seeing what you can do in future races with us. Try to build that stat line a little bit more. We have our race winner now. That is Justin Haley. Where the hell is he? Okay, so yeah, Xander, how you doing today, boss?
Um, I don't know how to feel about that race, but yeah, it's a win as a win nonetheless.
Well, I mean, what do you mean you don't know how to feel? Like, it seems like you were down and out to begin with. So let's start with that.
Yeah, had that pit road speeding penalty. Um, well, I ran out of gas coming into 3 and 4, so I put it in neutral, and when I put it in neutral, it just doesn't brake as effectively. So I ended up speeding on pit road, um, and then just I was having a pretty awful time. I was just, I get frustrated and not doing too good, but I don't know what happened for a caution, but whoever did that, I have to give them a major thanks. Obviously, I don't want to see cautions come out, and I don't want to see people wrecking each other and whatnot, but a caution is what ultimately brought me back into the race. So
Yes, and it looked like as so from my perspective, it looked like Liam was getting out of the way of lap traffic, went a little bit too low, spun on the apron, and Jagger had ARCA brakes, and um, those two made contact. So, and because they were both still on track when those two were collected, the caution was called. So, um, and that was, and we were calling it. That was perfect timing for you because you were within a corner or so of getting lapped. So actually,
Yeah.
what happened in order to even put you in that position? Looked like you got loose off of two.
Yeah. I was about 13 seconds back before pit stops came out, about 11 and a half ish to 12 back of the leader. So I was right next to Justin Shackett, and I took a really bad entry into the corner trying to pass him, and I got really loose off the corner and spun it right off his right, like he was right behind me, so he almost hit me, but we were good on that part. I was on my bad. I spun out, I hit the wall, and was completely stopped, and I had to get it back straight. And then I got loose again off of the corner, and as soon as I did, there was a caution. So big big day in a sort of sense. I mean, those are the days that you are championship days, as people say, where you're not really the best car, and then you find a way to either win or get a nice solid top 5 or top 3. So we had a great season. Everyone at GMI again did great this year. So I'm looking forward to not only the next season, but the season next and next and next.
Well, there we go. And of course, taking two tires at the final stop, I'm sure you were tiptoeing around there. Was the
For
winning
sure.
call now? And I'm going to be asking UK the question. But P4 is the championship standings that you're going to be settling for here on the Sunday side of things. And definitely looking forward to seeing what you can do in the fun season as well as season one proper. I hear, especially um, with teams being in team standings being introduced next season. That will be a big thing for GMI, or so I hear in the garage. So
Yes, for
um,
sure. It will be.
definitely seeing what you guys can do. So good job there, Xander. That is another win to cap off the season zero Xfinity side, or lights, I guess now. And we will see what you can do later.
Hell yeah.
And of course, now the man of the hour. That is UK Wildcats Mo Power Cat. How you doing today, boss?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Now, P3, I know that's not the position I know you would have wanted. Of course, you wanted to be winning or at least second place. But you are walking home with the Season Zero championship. I mean, I'm sure that's got to feel fantastic for this being the opener of the league. You know, this league just starting back in May, and you're the first official champion for the Sunday side.
That's what I like to hear. He'll be with my other 12 championships.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that is definitely one to mount on the wall. So, I mean, of course, I want to save the major questions for the new Fastlane episode. But your race, it seemed like you were dominant there in the beginning, but the caution kind of equaled it back out. What changed, if you don't mind me asking?
With a caution.
Oh well, I mean, beside that though, like, was the handling the same, or was it just track position?
It was good the whole race. I don't think I had the best car. I think Xander had the best one. But he sped on pit road, and that's why I led all those laps.
Well, and like I said, you know, sometimes in racing you got to have a little luck on your side,
hmm
but of course, you had a little luck on yourself there. Looked like as you guys, it looks like 6 guys were pitting there in the beginning part. In my experience, I'm usually getting punted in the pit lane and getting a black flag, but you guys all came in pretty smooth and avoided each other, and so I think that right there, that first stint right there, would have been that luck right there. But like I said,
Yeah,
sometimes
I was worried about getting
I would
punished.
love to congratulate my pit crew for another 16 stop.
you gotta fire those JD
Golf clap.
Motorsports teammates, or sorry, pit crew there, Hunty. I feel like you
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta,
you gotta upgrade.
or get him in a more upgraded car with upgrade paint pit crew.
Yeah, gotta move into like at least RCR. I mean, they may have fast pit crew, but I mean, their cars could use a little bit of work. So, I mean, but yeah, definitely.
Hunty can do that with all his wall banging that he does.
Yeah. But yeah, good job there, UK. Of course, like I said, locking up the Sunday championship, P3, the final podium, finishing on the podium in all but one race, that being the Charlotte Roval, where it seemed like you weren't even in the same zip code as the rest of the field. So,
That's what happens. We accidentally hit a slider one.
oh, you were on a slider one. Oh, rip.
It's not even that bad.
It's pretty bad if I'm using slider 9 or customs.
All right. Well, that is the Sunday side of things here. Hopefully, everyone
You
watching.
you didn't even ask me why I took not take 2 tires.
Well, I didn't need to ask because it was the wrong call.
Oh yeah, but
Right.
my answer with that is I don't care. I knew I had to do to win.
Well, exactly, and that's actually what I said in the broadcast, and you can actually look back, and I'm not even lying just to say that. No, I actually said it was like, well, it's not like it mattered. He had the title locked up anyway,
And I wanted to
but
make sure I got the tires on the last lap to ship it down to the reverse and spin across the finish line.
oh, gotcha. Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing video of the donuts. So good job there, UK. Any closing thoughts before we end it for the night?
Did you get my loose wreck on like the last 7 laps?
I saw you get loose like once going into turn three, which I thought was an odd place.
No, it was off of 2 because I hit the
Oh, okay.
wall and it sent me all the way to the inside wall.
Oh, well, that would make
I
sense
saw
of
it.
how you were coming up. I'm just like, oh man, why is Hunter getting loose going into three? I'm just like, what's going on here? But but yeah, that would make sense then. I just didn't see. I just saw the end of it. Okay, but but yeah, no. Still, good racing, guys. 50%er tonight to close out season zero. Thank you everyone for watching, as well as the drivers that have put time and effort into running this series. We're not done yet for championship week. We have one more champion to crown. I don't know who's going to be the champion tomorrow because unlike Saturday or today, there is not a put in a lap and you're the champion. It's you got to actually race it, and depending on who and where they finish, it's either going to be Nathan or Packers. So we're going to
I
see
can tell you who
how
it won't be.
Blakey T.
Like D.
Or Blakey T. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you don't show up for 5 weeks. So,
Yep.
in a series that does not have the playoffs, consistency is key. So, that is where we come in and try to at least try to be different. You know, we're not like the other girls. So, yeah, we have differences. So yeah,
We're the high class girls.
we're the good old boys. But yeah. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching right now. This has been Millennium Racing League with your host, Private Patton, and congratulating yet again Xander with a P1 finish, completing a masterclass of a season, P4 in points. Hunty, I do believe if I did my math correctly, will either be 8th or ninth in the standings, but that's in 3 races, so still very, very
Top
good.
10.
Top 10 is a top 10 in 3 races,
Yeah,
so
get that get
that's
that
actually good.
undefined team.
Um, and UK with finishing P3 in the race, but winning the overall title. So good job for these guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow as we close on out championship week at Homestead for the Monday side. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.
Peace.